ay nais ko po sa inyo i-share ang top 100 biblical places. Kung manis po kayo pong maipapastahan lang ito, ay pwede po kayo mag-comment down below. At kung manis naman po ng shoutout, ay pwede rin po mag-comment down below. So, hope you enjoy guys!
A few moments later.
Ika-100 is Absalom's monument. During his lifetime, Absalom built a monument to himself in the King's Valley, for he said, I have no son to carry on my name. He named the monument after himself. Number 99 is Aramea. In the Old Testament, the Arameans are represented as being closely akin to the Hebrews and living in northern Syria. Number 98 is Cyprus. Cypriots were influential in the growth of Christianity in the Church of Antioch. Paul and Barnabas traveled to Cyprus to share the gospel message throughout the whole island. Number 97 is Edom. It was an ancient kingdom that is mainly associated with Esau and his descendants in the Bible. Number 96 is Emmaus. It was on the road to Emmaus that Jesus first appeared to two of his disciples following his crucifixion and resurrection. Number 95 is Kish. It is an important archaeological site in Babil Governorate in Iraq. Number 94 is Beersheba. It is the site where Abraham, founder of the Jewish people, made a covenant with Philistine king Abimelech of Gerar. Isaac and Jacob lived there. Number 93 is Georgia. According to legend, the Georgian people descended from biblical Noah's third son, Japheth. Number 92 is Lycia. It's the seat of the oracle of Apollo. Number 91 is Lydia. It was known for its purple dye and textiles. Number 90 is Cappadocia. It was the easternmost province of the ancient Roman Empire in Eastern Asia Minor. Number 89 is Ethiopia. The Queen of Sheba who visited King Solomon. Sheba is believed to have been the queen of the Ethiopia. Number 88 is Gaza. It is the place where Samson was imprisoned and met his death. Number 87 is Malta. It was here that Paul cured Publius, father of a serious fever. Number 86 is Media. It is Asian country of northwestern Iran. Number 85 is Lebanon. It is known in ancient times as the land of Phoenicians and Canaanites. Number 84 is Gaul. It was a region of Western Europe, first clearly described by the Romans. Number 83 is Great Sea. It is the name of the body of water west toward the sunset of Canaan and Philistia. It is what we call now the Mediterranean Sea. Number 82 is Moab. It was exiled to Babylon for its arrogance and idolatry. Number 81 is Persia. It was Medic tribe which settled in Persia on the eastern side of the Persian Gulf. Number 8 is Phoenicia. They were famous seafaring merchants. Their dyes used to color freshly vestments, adornments, curtains, yards, and fabrics used in the Temple of Jerusalem. Number 79 is Land of Cush. It is identified in the Bible with the Kingdom of Cush or Ancient Sudan. Number 78 is Chaldea. The Chaldeans were known for revitalizing the cities of Babylon and Uruk. Another famous occurrence was the Babylonian captivity carried by Nebuchadnezzar II. Number 77 is Goshen. It is the place in Egypt given to the Hebrews by the pair of Joseph and the land from which they later left Egypt at the time of the Exodus. Number 76 is Mount Ephraim. It was the central mountainous district of Israel once occupied by the tribe of Ephraim, extending from Bethel to the plain of Jezreel. Number 75 is Sardis. It is referred to in the New Testament as one of the 7 churches of Asia. Number 74 is Lystra. It is the first location where the apostles reached the Gentiles with the gospel of Christ without approaching them through the common ground of Judaism. Number 73 is Arabia. In biblical times and until the 7th century AD, Arabia was confined to the Arabian Peninsula. Number 72 is Ephesus. It is where Paul provides significant teaching on salvation, reconciliation, the nature of God's family, and the Christian identity. Number 71 is Greece. It is famous for the route that Apostle Paul followed in Greece. Number 70 is Mount Tabor. It is the place of the transfiguration of Jesus Christ, where Jesus began to radiate light and converse with Moses and Elijah. Number 69 is Sicca. The Sicans were the first of numerous waves of warriors on horses who swept the westward over the vast Eurasian steppes. Number 68 is Bethsaida. It is the hometown of Jesus' disciple Philip, Andrew, and Peter. It is the place where Jesus had walked on water, cured a blind man, and fed 5,000 people with 2 fish and 5 loaves. Number 7 is Gath. It is said to have hosted the Ark of the Covenant for a brief time after the Philistines captured it from the Israelites, and it is where David sought the refuge twice from King Saul. Number 6 is Mount Zion. It is the place where Yahweh, the God of Israel, dwells, the place where he is a king, and where he has installed his king David. Number 65 is Shechem. Shechem was the place appointed after Solomon's death for the meeting of the people of Israel and became the capital of the new kingdom. Number 64 is Ophir. It is famous in Old Testament times for its fine gold. Number 63 is Sidon. It was famous for its manufactures and arts, as well as for its commerce. Number 62 is Antioch. Antioch was also one of the early centers of Christianity. It was here that the followers of Christ were first called Christians. Number 61 is Gilead, the scene of the battle between Gideon and the Midianites, and was also the home of the prophet Eliha. Number 60 is Spain. In the Bible, Spain is referred to as Iberia or Hispania, and Paul expressed an intention to travel to Spain after a stopover in Rome to preach there. Number 59 is Ur. It is the birthplace of the Israelite and Ishmaelite patriarch Abraham. Number 58 is Bethel. Bethel is mentioned in Bible as the site where Jacob slept and dreamed of angels going up and down a ladder. Number 57 is Mara. It is a fountain at the sixth station of the Israelites. Waters were so bitter that they could not drink them. Number 56 is the land of Uz. It is the fictional place to serve the store of hope. Number 55 is Rephidim. It was the stopping place of the Israelites on their way from Egypt. Number 54 is Mount Hermon. It is the place where the watcher class of fallen angels descended to earth and take wives among the daughters of men. Number 53 is Crete. It is the place of the ministry of Titus and the voyage of Paul to Rome. Number 52 is Tyre. It is one of the oldest cities in Lebanon, established long before the Israelites entered the land of Canaan. Number 51 is Sumeria. It is where the Sumerians divided the night and day. Number 50 is land of Nod. It is where Cain settled after he was punished by God for the murder of his brother Abel. Number 49 is Assyria. Tiglath-Pileser III led the Assyrians to conquer and assimilate the 10 tribes of Israel that had split away from the nation of Judah and from the southern kingdom. Number 48 is Byblos. It refers to the nationality of the builders of Solomon's temple and to the riches of Tyre. Number 47 is Samaria. It was the capital of Israel until its fall to the Assyrians. It was condemned by the Hebrew prophets for its ivory houses and luxury palaces displaying pagan riches. Number 46 is Patmos. It is famous as the location where John of Patmos received the visions found in the book of Revelation and where the book was written. Number 45 is Mount Nebo. It was where Moses lived out his final days and saw the promise which he would never enter. Number 44 is Philistia. The Philistines are best known from the Bible as the Israelites' enemies. It is the original name of Palestine. Number 43 is Petra. It is the spot where Moses struck a rock with his staff and water came forth. Number 42 is Memphis. It was the capital of ancient Egypt and founded by King Menes after the unification of the two kingdoms of ancient Egypt. Number 41 is Capernaum. It became Jesus' home. The Bible calls it Jesus' own city. Number 40 is Gibeon. It is one of the towns resettled by the Jewish returning from the Babylonian captivity and who helped to construct the walls of Jerusalem during the reign of Artaxerxes I. Number 39 is Megiddo. It will be the site of the final battle. Number 38 is Palestine. It is the country where Jesus Christ was born, preached his holy doctrines, confirmed them by miracles, and laid down his life for mankind. Number 37 is Mount Carmel. It is the scene of Elias' confrontation with the false prophets of Baal. Number 36 is Hebron. It is associated to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob and King David, and one of the 4 holy cities of Judaism: Jerusalem, Hebron, Tiberias, and Zephath. Number 35 is Nimrod. It is where Assyria is called the land of Nimrod. Number 34 is Macedonia. It became home to a number of the early churches Paul writes and mentioned in his letters, Philippi, Thessalonica, and Berea. Number 33 is Sheba. The Queen of Sheba hears reports of King Solomon's fame and comes to visit him with gold and precious jewels. Number 2 is Roman Empire. It was the human political entity that God used to prepare the world for the birth of Messiah and for the spread of the gospel. Number 31 is Nineveh. It was the flourishing capital of the Assyrian Empire and was the home of King Sennacherib, the king of Assyria. Number 30 is Damascus. It is where Paul, a tent maker who hated the Christians, was blinded by a light from heaven until his baptism in the Barada River. Number 29 is Cana. It is best known as the place where Jesus performed his first public miracle, the turning of a large quantity of water into wine at a wedding feast. Number 28 is Armenia. The Hebrew word is actually Ararat. Ararat was actually the name of a part of ancient Armenia. The Mount Ararat is traditionally considered the resting place of Noah's Ark. Number 27 is Mesopotamia. Abraham, Cain, and Abel are here, and the first cities founded after the flood were Babel, Uruk, and Akkad. Number 26 is Jericho. It is best known for a great victory over its Canaanite citizens by the Israelite leader Joshua. Number 25 is Midian. It is where Moses spent 40 years in voluntary exile after killing an Egyptian. Number 24 is Canaan. It is the land which the tribes of Israel conquered after an exodus from the Egypt, and the Canaanites are the people they disposed from this land. Number 23 is Babylon. The city founded by Nimrod was renowned for its pagan worship of false gods and reached a climax when its inhabitants sought equality with God. Number 22 is Tower of Babel. The story of its construction appears to be an attempt to explain the existence of diverse human languages. Number 21 is Corinth. It is the place of Paul the Apostle's mission, testifying to the success of Caesar's refounding of the city. He founded the Church of Corinth. Number 20 is Gethsemane. It is a garden at the foot of the Mount of Olives in Jerusalem where Jesus Christ underwent the agony in the garden and was arrested before his crucifixion. Number 19, Egypt. Abraham went to Egypt partially because of its agricultural stability when things were difficult in Canaan. Often when there was a famine, the people went to Egypt. Number 18 is Galilee. It is famous as the place where Jesus did his 3 years of ministry. Number 17 is Golgotha. It is the site of Jesus' crucifixion. Number 16 is Mount of Olives. It is the place from which Jesus ascended to heaven. Number 15 is Mount Sinai. It is where God have appeared to Moses and gave him the 10 Commandments. Number 14 is the Red Sea. It is where God divided the water so that Israelites could walk across the dry seabed. Number 13 is Via Dolorosa. It is the path Jesus walked to his crucifixion. Number 12 is Nile River. It is where the infant Moses was placed in a basket by his sister Miriam and where he was found by the Pharaoh's daughter. Number 11 is Judea. It is where the New Testament says Jesus was born. Number 10 is Judah. It produced the great kings of David and Solomon and prophesied the Messiah would come from among its members. Number 9 is Sodom and Gomorrah. These were two biblical cities destroyed by God for their wickedness. Number 8 is Garden of Eden. It is biblically earthly paradise inhabited by the first created man and woman, Adam and Eve, prior to the expulsion for disobeying the commands of God. Number 7 is Bethany. It was the home of Mary and Martha and their brother Lazarus. The miracle of Lazarus' resurrection took place there. Number 6 is Bethlehem. It is the place where Jesus was born. Number 5 is Jordan River. It is the site of the baptism of Jesus Christ. Number 4 is Nazareth. It is the childhood home of Jesus. Number 3 is Israel. It is called the land of Canaan, and the borders are known in Jewish tradition as the borders for those coming out of Egypt. Number 2 is Jerusalem. It is where Jesus Christ was brought occasionally as a child, preached to the poor in his adult life, crucified at the end of his life, and resurrected by God. At ang nanguna po sa ating listahan ay sa survey ay ang heaven. It is primarily God's dwelling place in the biblical tradition.
A few moments later.
Salamat po na napakarami po sa inyo pong panood. Kung inyo po ito bang nagustuhan, ay maaari po natin po ito share sa ating mga friends. Hanggang sa muli po. Goodbye po.
Yeah.